If you can imagine a huge opera house or a huge theatre that has been virtually transplanted onto a big park, and in this park, all around the park, there are different groups of singers, different groups of musicians, and as you walk through the park you come much closer to some musicians than others. You may get to a point where there's one voice. You may come to another point where you can hear 15 instruments. Another where you can hear 3 voices and 20 instruments. As you walk, you hear different things. And all this is heard through the headphones, through an application which goes onto the iPhone. But the people who move around this space will hear different things every time that they travel around, because all these elements are designed, the music that goes into it and the words that go into it are all designed to be able to combine in lots and lots of different ways. You can never have the same experience twice. And the way that the music works and the words work is that they are triggered by how fast you walk, the direction you walk in, whether you stay in a place still. The pieces of music can fade in or fade out or start abruptly. They can run at the same time. Many different layers of music can run at the same time, so you can have areas which are just overwhelming cacophony, huge amounts of sound, and other areas that are very quiet, very intimate and very still. So all this stuff is placed in the park in various areas, and as you walk you discover them, and you go on a musical journey whilst you're walking around. As a user, you actually decide how you're going to hear this. And the lovely thing about it is that once you put this virtual opera house into a park, it can stay there forever. So people can hear it over and over again. And anybody who has an iPhone or a GPS activated device, and in the future something like an Android phone, all these new applications, this will be adaptable to that. You could even walk around the park with a laptop. So the satellite part is to do with the GPS, which is basically, it tells the application where you are in the space. So that's what the iPhone is actually doing. It's telling the satellites where you are and telling the application where you are, and then the appropriate sounds are downloaded to you. So the other part of the project is that we will be doing 3 live performance road shows, which will be using the musicians who recorded the music for SATSYMPH, using them live to reconstruct someone's journey around a particular park. So what we'll be doing is tracing, because the satellite information works both ways. You can trace where people have been, as well as the information telling the application where they are in a park. So you can have a route through a park and plot all the different sounds that they've heard, and when the sound started, how they overlapped, when they finished, and then recreate that sort of thing in a live concert. And it's also an opportunity for Ralph and myself and Phil, the coder, to talk to audiences about how we made it and how the technology offers all these fantastic opportunities, creative opportunities. But at the bottom of it all is art. It's all about the art. I'm doing it because I'm a composer, not because I'm an iPhone freak. Ralph is doing it because he's a poet and he loves writing. So at the very heart of all this, we're wanting to create a completely engaging, exciting, passionate performance piece that people can wander around in virtual space, in a real park, in their own way.